Welcome back to The Explainer. So today, we're unpacking something absolutely fascinating. We're looking at the literal blueprint, the exact source material used to design a flawless, highly detailed cybersecurity lesson. Specifically, we're diving into the framework for a module called Day 26, Threat Hunting. If you've ever wondered, how top-tier educational content is structured to take someone from a total newbie to a confident pro, well, stick around because this explainer is going to show you exactly how it's done. So think about it. What actually goes into a perfect cybersecurity lesson? Our source material tackles a mammoth task here, taking a super complex, highly technical topic like threat hunting and condensing the whole shebang into a tight 30 to 60-minute premium session. It demands a flawless intro, really deep theory, and actionable execution. It's a massive challenge for sure, but the source gives us an incredible structural roadmap to pull it off. To see how this all comes together, we'll follow this roadmap. First, the master instructor. Then, threat hunting foundations, real-world practical skills, the career roadmap, and finally, testing and future scope. All right, let's dive right into section 1, the master instructor. Just look at this list. The source mandates the expertise of an ethical hacker, a SOC analyst, a pen tester, a digital forensics expert, a cloud security architect, a malware analyst, and an instructor. It's literally a multidisciplinary dream team rolled into one persona. And what's really cool about this is it highlights how threat hunting isn't just some siloed skill. To teach it right, you gotta have the mindset of the person attacking the system, the one defending it, and the one tearing the malware apart. But here is the real kicker. The source specifically demands this instructor persona must have over 20 years of experience. We're talking someone who was probably battling the original Morris worm back in the day. This is absolutely crucial because it ensures the lesson isn't just, theoretical fluff. It guarantees a premium download of knowledge directly from someone who spent 2 decades deep in the cybersecurity trenches. Moving right along to section 2, threat hunting foundations. So, even with our 20-year veteran instructor, the source lays down this massive, non-negotiable rule. Explain everything in very simple English so beginners can understand. And honestly, that is the true hallmark of mastery, right? The foundation of the lesson has to provide complete theory and visual explanations, but it absolutely must remain accessible. No getting bogged down in crazy jargon here. It's all about striking that perfect balance. On one side, you've got the complete theory and visuals geared towards beginners. But on the flip side, you have live labs and practical demos. The lesson brilliantly bridges both of these worlds. It makes sure that the simple, plain English theory perfectly sets the stage for that hands-on, professional-level execution. Okay, let's hit section 3, real-world practical skills. This is the exact moment where all that theory becomes actionable. The source is super explicit about how to teach these skills. It demands real-world examples, text format diagrams to really visualize the architecture, a practical demonstration, and a live lab. And, crucially, it insists on teaching the professional workflow. Because, it's not just about clicking the right buttons. It's about executing a hunt exactly like a pro would in a real-deal security operations center. And here's the thing. Doing the job right also means knowing exactly what not to do. The blueprint requires throwing in industry best practices, security tips, and common mistakes to avoid. Think about the so what factor here. Learning what not to do from a 20-year vet, that is going to save a student an immense amount of time. It literally prevents career-tanking mistakes before they even step foot in the real world. Now for section 4, the career roadmap. Walk through this with me, because the level of detail is just wild. The source requires covering specific certification knowledge. We're talking CEH, Security Plus, PNPT, OSCP, and CSSP. Then it demands career prep, dropping in interview questions, salary expectations, and a broad career roadmap. And, which I think is a really unique touch, it even requires a freelancer perspective, complete with client project examples. It's basically a full-blown career counseling session baked right into the technical lesson. But let's take a second and remember the sheer scale of all this. The source specifically asks to generate a complete video script 30 to 60 minutes long. Let that sink in. All of that foundational theory, the live labs, the simple English explanations, the interview prep, all of it must be packed concisely into a premium format. Talk about an incredible exercise in highly efficient learning. And finally, section 5, testing and future scope. So to actually prove mastery, the blueprint outlines this rigorous 4-step progression. Step 1, homework. Step 2 is a very specific 20-question quiz. Step 3, it turns up the heat with a mini project. And finally, Step 4 is the ultimate test, a full project. This steady ramp-up is genius because it ensures the student isn't just memorizing. They can genuinely execute a threat hunt totally on their own. But hey, we all know the tech world moves incredibly fast. Because of that, the lesson is required to be totally forward-looking. The source explicitly mandates bringing in AI tools related to threat hunting, analyzing the absolute latest cyber attacks, and discussing the future scope of the field. It's about prepping the student for tomorrow's threats, not just teaching them how to hunt for the attacks of yesterday. And naturally, a true professional-grade lesson wraps everything up with a nice bow. The prompt requires a comprehensive summary to really hammer home those key takeaways, along with proper references to give the whole thing academic and professional credibility. It completes the premium package. We've seen the unbelievable depth required to build just one perfect lesson here, from that 20-year veteran persona to the rigorous testing and future-proofing. So drawing directly from those future scope requirements, I want to leave you with this thought. With AI tools and new attacks emerging literally every single day, is your threat hunting knowledge ready for tomorrow? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.